Hello everyone, my name is Amy with Eating Healthy, Spending Less, and in today's video, we're going to make an elegant, beautiful holiday meal together, all on a budget. Presentation is everything, so lay out your best tablecloth and grab some elements from the backyard. Or like I did, I just trimmed off some of the bottom pieces of our Christmas tree and laid them out on the table. Add some candles, some light bulbs, and I also dried some orange slices from the backyard. It's just a 200-degree oven for about 6 to 8 hours, and you'll have wonderfully dried citrus to adorn your table with. Now we're going to make our own napkin rings. I don't own any napkin rings, but I have so many linen napkins, and I thought we can definitely do this on a budget. So I just bought some red ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to tie a knot halfway down the napkin. And then I found these bells at Dollar Tree as well, and you get 9 for $1.25. And I'm just going to loop the bells around the ribbon and tie them off. Putting together a beautiful and elegant tablescape does not have to be costly. You can have a beautiful table too. It's time to make our appetizer, loaded hummus. You're gonna love it. Drain a can of chickpeas into a cup because you are going to be using part of that liquid to make the hummus. And add the chickpeas to a small food processor. You could also do this in a blender as well. You're going to add about 1/4 of a cup of that liquid to the blender, as well as about 1/2 of a teaspoon of garlic salt. You may notice that your hummus will require some more liquid, and that's fine. Just add a little bit more of that chickpea liquid to the blender until you get a nice hummus consistency. Go ahead and refrigerate your hummus because we will be using it later, and now we're going to focus on the toppings. The first thing you'll do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and I like to roast a frozen bag of butternut squash for about 30 to 40 minutes. Add some olive oil and garlic salt and you're good to go. Next, we're going to saute an onion, and I like to caramelize this onion, so you want to keep the heat low, very low, so that you do not burn the onion. You'll stir this occasionally, and before you know it, it will be the most beautiful caramelized color, and the onions are going to be spectacular on top of this dip. Once you're ready to assemble, find a plate or some sort of cutting board that you would like to use and spread your hummus out. Now place your caramelized onions over the top. I like to try and sprinkle them on. Sprinkle your cooled butternut squash over the top. Some additional toppings I like to add is chopped spinach and craisins for a little sweetness. Drizzle with a little balsamic glaze and you're good to go. Enjoy this loaded hummus. For our main course, we are going to have an elevated creamy pasta. You're going to love it. It starts with Italian sausage, and if you're like me and don't eat Italian sausage because I'm whole food plant-based, I will leave the recipe below that I use as a replacement. It's healthy and delicious. I wanted to use festive colored vegetables for this dish, so we're going to start off with zucchini, very inexpensive. And while that cooks, we're going to make our creamy sauce. It's 3 cups of vegetable broth, 8 ounces of cream cheese, dairy or non-dairy, Also add 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and blend it up. Add it to the sauce to let it thicken, and it's that easy. To make the dish more festive, I add some chopped tomatoes at the end and then season with salt and pepper. Come dinner time, I make a simple spinach salad using inexpensive cucumbers, some leftover craisins, and I drizzle the top with that balsamic glaze as my dressing. To elevate the dish, always sprinkle a little parsley like you would see in a restaurant, and I do like to add some chopped olives, of course, on top. Pudding is definitely an elegant, inexpensive dessert to make, and you probably have all of the ingredients in your pantry. So in my saucepan, I have 3 cups of milk. I'm using soy milk, 2/3 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. In a separate little bowl, I have 1/4 cup of water, and I'm adding 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. You want to whisk this together very well so that there are no clumps. Now, as you can see, I do not have the burner on. Everything is cold, and I want it to be cold when I add the cornstarch mixture to the milk. I want it all to heat up together. Whisk all of the ingredients together, and then once they are well incorporated, use a spatula and stir the pudding often. You don't want anything to burn on the bottom. It only takes about 5 minutes for the pudding to thicken. Add a little vanilla at the end and you're done. You want to let the pudding cool, so definitely make this ahead of time. Place it in a bowl and put some saran wrap over the top. And you want the saran wrap to touch the pudding so that a film does not form on the top. These little plastic cups are from Dollar Tree. You get 5 for $1.25. And I put a little cookie at the bottom. You can use any store-bought cookie that you'd like. And place some pudding at the bottom of the cup on top of the cookie. Add some whipped cream and fresh berries that you got on sale at the store, of course. And then layer on some more pudding and repeat the process. Adorn the top of your little pudding parfait with another cookie and a raspberry. Your dessert is ready to be served. Thank you for joining me today as we created an elegant meal together on a budget. On this particular night, my husband and I celebrated 22 years of being together. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye-bye.